So, one of the main emphases of the Druidic tradition, particularly in the introductory levels, and the first grade of which is Bardism, the bardcraft. The Bardo-Welsh Triads are mnemonic verses that are intended to convey threefold principles as a key to training the bardic mind. The Triads can often build upon concepts presented as Druidic doctrines, but given that there were at one time 20,000 verses to be memorized, I am sure that there was a diverse quantity of topics explored. Only about 5% of these original Triads have survived the ages, and even most that did are not relevant to our current exploration of Druidology. So, the mnemonic device employed is called chunking. This occurs when we chunk data into an easily discernible trigger sentence. In our example, threefold, like ABC, being three different concepts chunked together into a trigger sentence that can later be decompressed into parts from memory. Learning in Druidry mainly appears in threes, as well as its multiples that appear quite often throughout the metaphysical systems, 3, 6, 9, 12. So the structure of the Triads, let's see if we can put something up here. Okay. The structure of the Triads would be like in this top formula, ABC equals A times B times C. That which pertains to the mind and spirit can be relayed in threes this way. Just as a point of reference, number 4 seems to be sacred to what is physically significant. So the mind and spirit relays in threes in the Druid tradition, and then the more physical aspects, 4, 8, 12, directions, elements, seasons, festivals, solar months. Note though that 12 is both a multiple of 3 and 4, and the product of 3 times 4. So we'll examine some Druidological Triads that are significant to the present study. Each has a statement called the trigger sentence, which in our formula here it would be ABC, and each is a statement and followed by the 3 Druidic parts as a triad, and the large piece of the Druidic puzzle is made clear with the examination of these teachings, these Triads. They're very significant. The first of which goes kind of hand in hand with the doctrine of authority. It's in some places called the 3 quests of mastery, or the 3 spiritual steps of Druidry, and as we've discussed in the doctrine of authority, if you seek to become a master of the universe, there are steps to be taken. Any other route is going to be unsuccessful. So true authority comes from within, begins first and foremost with self. Feebly, man has looked to the powers without and is actually kind of destroying what the Druids serve to protect. To just outline it here, the 3 quests of mastery, we have the mastery of self, the mastery of the physical, the mastery of the unknown. This is an example of a chronological triad in which stages of personal development are set out in an A, then B, then C schema. The memorization of the triad should go in the order presented, though not all of the triads can or relevantly should be broken down into such a formula. This first one works nicely here, where it actually follows this this second area here, ABC equals A times AB times ABC. This cannot be worked backwards in reality, except in the verbal or written justification of the triad. Consider that mastery of the unknown will first require mastery of the physical, and mastery of the physical requires mastery of the self. This is a direct relationship between these three stages and the objectives of the three grades of Druidism. In fact, the above is the same model used to illustrate the 3 degrees of the doctrine of instruction, where the system of Bardcraft is built upon in the system of the Ovate, which is built upon in the 3rd degree of the Druid. So the same formula applies. And we can break this down into the following. A, authority and self-discipline, possession of true self-knowledge, the use of will, exercising the influential power of the mind on internal, external environments, settings, programs, uploads, upgrades. That's a mouthful, but, download this, think about it. B, authority in one's own environment. The enlightenment of true knowledge concerning power of the psyche as an extension of the universe or cosmic consciousness, the matrix of light, all of that, and so forth. And then C, authority in the forces of the universe, creating and maintaining an interactive link with the source, and finally the realization, manifestation of the Godhead within the God Self, which what we were talking about when we identify with this concept of the God Self within, or what some metaphysicists call ascension, it's a return to the source, the sphere of Hugin in the Druidic tradition, and this journey is expedited through the pursuit of true knowledge, the pursuit back to that which is beyond this realm that we are within. The steps you need to take begin with knowing yourself and who you are, and by knowing who you are, you will come to more easily understand others, why do they do the things they do, and understanding others in external environments leads to stage 2, and once the journey of self-discovery is sufficient, you can apply similar methods to external world for planetary mastery and authentic leadership. When the key to the physical realm has been obtained, the only thing remaining is to venture into the invisible, into the dimensions, into the unknown, or the astral plane, or the other side, whatever you want to call it, where lies the dimensions. The initiate will then be free to pursue the right way to enlightenment.